JTG leaves the ring as Murdoch executes the single most insane dodge of an attack I've ever seen.
This is actually ridiculous.
You have to see it. He slowly moves out to bend down and over, and he swings right over his head.
Welcome back to a brand new episode of Royally Rumbled's 2008 Universe Mode. We are your hosts. My name is Jordan.
My name is Robert, and it is December, week 3. And you know what that means.
Santa.
It's Christmas time. So happy holidays to everyone in the blistering August heat. It is Christmas in 2008, and boy, am I feeling jolly.
Lots of stuff went down on your show last week. The women's title changed hands.
It's true.
Ashley Massaro, your new Raw Women's Champion.
Yeah, and she asked for some time to address the WWE Universe. She's going to lead off Raw with a promo.
Oh, well, let's head to the ring in Memphis, Tennessee.
In last week's main event bout, Ashley won the Women's Championship for Mickie James, who has been on a downward spiral since Survivor Series. Tonight, the new Women's Champion looks to address the Royally Rumbled Universe for the first time with the title.
3-0. I am 3-0 versus Mickie James in our last 3 matches. I am your new Women's Champion. Did anyone else see how far I shot up in the power rankings? Everyone needs to start treating me with some respect.
Oh boy, here comes the former Women's Champion, Mickie James, Robert.
I bet she's out here because she's pissed about that power rankings comment.
I mean, I would be too. Speaking of, everyone should follow us on Instagram at Royally Rumbled. We post the power rankings. If you're not sure what she's talking about, that is specifically it.
Well, back to Mickie James and the new Women's Champion in the ring.
You know what, Ashley, you're right. You have beaten me 3 times in a row, and you won the Women's Championship fair and square. But what you don't realize is that now, I have nothing to lose.
That's right. Nothing. I took everything from you. See? It doesn't even matter whether you won or lost against Molina at Survivor Series.
I find it interesting that you're out here demanding respect, but giving none. I am the best women's wrestler in this company, and this crowd in Memphis agrees. I want my rematch for my title at Armageddon.
Oh, don't worry. I'll defend my title in 2 weeks. I just think you need to be careful what you wish for. You might not like it.
Ashley got the better of the exchange, appearing to have an attitude about winning the title. She drops the mic and leaves Mickie standing in the ring as she waves goodbye to her and walks to the back. In our first match of the night, we've got one half of the World Tag Team Champions John Morrison going one-on-one with Marcus Corvon of the world's strongest alpha males. Marcus Corvon wastes no time getting to the ring, charging at Morrison and raining fists at the Shaman of Sexy's face. Not Charles Robinson rings the bell and Morrison leaps at Corvon, dropping him with a clothesline. Morrison maintains control before missing on a dropkick attempt and eating a clothesline from Corvon. They go back and forth, trading strikes and reversals until Morrison clobbers Corvon in the back of the head. Corvon reverses a whip attempt and brings Morrison back into the ring the hard way. The alpha male spears Morrison in the corner and then soaks in the adulation from the universe before drilling Morrison with a facebuster, and then a vicious DDT. Corvon goes for the pin, but Morrison gets the shoulder up. Morrison sets up for a pile driver, but Corvon is able to reverse it. Morrison connects with a moonlight drive out of nowhere. Mark Henry makes his presence felt at ringside, jawing with Morrison. Orton and Ziggler on the other side of the ring start yelling at Not Charles Robinson while sliding a chair into the ring. After an unsuccessful pin attempt, Morrison connects with a code breaker and dives for a missile dropkick, but Corvon dodges. He tosses Morrison over his shoulder and then connects with a diving headbutt. Corvon follows that up with a submission hold and a running shoulder block. He goes for a pin and Morrison is able to escape again. Corvon drags Morrison to his feet and lines him up for the pounce. That's it. Pin attempt 1, 2, 3. At Armageddon, the World Tag Team titles are on the line. Can the world's strongest alpha males keep up the momentum? This next match is a little Yuletide fun, as we'll see standouts from the Raw Tag Division in what I'm calling a Miracle on 34th Street fight. JTG goes right after Carlito, drilling him with a suplex and then immediately getting dropped by Murdoch. JTG gets to his feet and takes Murdoch out before getting dropped by Carlito. Carlito then leaps over JTG to clothesline an unsuspecting Murdoch. Murdoch gets to his feet to deliver a Saito suplex on Carlito and then trades blows with JTG before mauling him with another clothesline. Carlito then punches the living shit out of Murdoch, forcing him to roll out of the ring. JTG and Carlito then have some back and forth when Murdoch gets back in the ring and then lawn darts Carlito into the second turnbuckle. JTG was laying low and then strikes Murdoch as Carlito powders out. JTG locks Murdoch in a camel clutch, which with the holiday-themed attire they're wearing looks like Santa flying on Rudolph to deliver presents. Murdoch wriggles out as Carlito slides in and the match completely breaks down. Carlito goes down, Murdoch goes down, JTG goes down. Finally, Murdoch goes outside and is looking under the ring. Is that where Mommy hid the presents? Murdoch's got wood! JTG drops Carlito with the brainbuster and Murdoch gets the table in the ring and drops JTG. JTG hits a suplex on Murdoch and then lines up for a leaping leg lariat. Spinning neckbreaker to Carlito onto the table. Cover. 1, 2, no. Carlito kicks out. Carlito slams JTG to the mat and then backflips. JTG leaves the ring as Murdoch executes the single most insane dodge of an attack I have ever seen. Carlito begins his comeback sequence, but Murdoch catches him. Huge backbreaker. Murdoch shoots the half, but Carlito kicks out. JTG blows up whatever Murdoch was doing and tries to pin Carlito, but is unsuccessful. JTG is feeling the holiday spirit here with the Memphis crowd. Murdoch stops 2 pin attempts, and JTG plants him with a leaping leg lariat for his trouble. Murdoch is busted open. JTG goes for a brainbuster on Carlito, but he reverses. JTG instead pounds Carlito's chest with his Timbs. JTG sees Murdoch is still out of it and goes for a pin, but of course Murdoch kicks out at 2. JTG and Murdoch trade blows before Murdoch is tossed out of the ring. On the outside, JTG hits Murdoch with a Russian leg sweep before trading blows with Carlito, who gains the upper hand and delivers a backstabber. Carlito gets Murdoch back in the ring and then grabs a steel chair. He swings at Murdoch, who pops Carlito in the stomach, dropping the chair. He then delivers a facebuster to Carlito on the chair. JTG slides in and dispatches Murdoch before pinning Carlito. 1, 2, 3, it's over. He stole it. JTG steals a victory from Trevor Murdoch. He better hope Santa Claus isn't watching. That's naughty list behavior. The next match features 2 key women's superstars on Raw who are trying to move their way up in the division. Candice Michelle versus Kelly Kelly. Candice starts things off with a series of blistering strikes, stunning Kelly back into the corner and then stomping her some more. But Kelly counters with a Thez press and mounts some strikes of her own. Candice slows things down, grounding Kelly with back-to-back submission holds. Kelly gets her feet and delivers a handspring back elbow in the corner. Kelly dumps Candice outside and then follows, but is met with a drop kick to her knees, and then another drop kick. Then Candice drops Kelly face first onto the apron. Kelly ducks a clothesline and connects with a thrust kick, and then a drop kick of her own, sending Candice back first into the apron. Kelly gets her back in the ring and immediately connects with a neckbreaker. Kelly goes for the pin. 1, no. Candice kicks out. Backstabber from Candice. Pin attempt. 1, no. Candice continues her assault by stretching Kelly around her shins. Kelly reverses into a pin, but Candice wriggles out. Candice goes for another low drop kick, but Kelly jumps and says not again. Handspring hip attack. Kelly setting up for a K2. Candice breaks free. She locks Kelly in the candy wrapper. Pin attempt. 1, no. Kelly reverses a grapple attempt and kicks Candice down. K2, that's gotta be it. 1, 2, no. Candice kicks out. Kelly cannot believe it. She starts her comeback sequence and a head scissor Rana. Kelly waits, but it gives Candice an opening for a crucifix with no pin. Candice completes her comeback sequence and locks in another candy wrapper. Top rope body splash. Unprettier. 1, 2, 3. Candice Michelle then celebrates in the ring before attacking a worn down Kelly Kelly. Winning wasn't enough? Next, my Christmas gift to the Royally Rumbled universe. 2 fan favorites going head to head. Jeff Hardy versus Rey Mysterio. Rey pushes away a grapple attempt and lands a vicious head scissor takedown. They strike back and forth until Jeff lands a diving body attack in the corner. Rey hits a snap suplex and takes firm control, landing grapples and strikes at will, including boots in the corner. Rey makes a pin attempt, but Jeff easily kicks out at 1. Jeff is fired up and runs Rey over and starts kicking at him, hitting a leg drop on Rey's arm. Rey surprises Jeff with a jawbreaker and then a rolling heel kick. Rey then hits a forearm smash in the corner. He works Hardy's arm and then taunts for the crowd here in Memphis. This gives Jeff a window to attack, and then they begin a chain wrestling sequence. Rey pops out and just glazes Jeff with another rolling heel kick. Rey begins kicking Jeff again and then locks in a submission. Jeff works out of the hold and then delivers a devastating DDT. Jeff hits his comeback sequence, rolling right into a twist of fate. The charismatic Enigma then ascends to the top rope to deliver a picture-perfect swan, ton, bomb, cover. 1, 2, 3. After the match, Rey shakes Jeff's hand and raises his arm to the delight of the holiday crowd.
So yeah, big win for the charismatic Enigma. Love that. Love to see it.
Of course.
However, your main event is an interesting one. Last week, CM Punk tapped out the number 1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship.
And this week, he gets to face the leader of the number 1 contenders trio of terror, Checkmate, in William Regal. So they will be going one-on-one here, and they've faced off before in our 2008 universe, but this one's got like a big fight feel to it.
Yeah, William Regal, of course, having the Intercontinental Champion Umaga and the Big Red Monster Kane in his corner.
Yeah.
But something tells me that CM Punk won't be alone.
It's possible he may have called in some backup. We've seen these guys working together a little bit here, and I don't think that they're necessarily friends, but it's more of an enemy of my enemy thing. So let's see who CM Punk enlists.
Look at that Christmas tree.
Wow.
Happy holidays.
It's so apparent that it's Christmas. You know who's excited? Look at that smile.
Do you think William Regal is on the naughty list?
He is both nefarious and infamous, so I would say yes.
Well, the two men flanking him, like I said, the Intercontinental Champion and the Big Red Monster, the #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship, are two very dangerous individuals.
It's a dangerous, formidable group. I will say that.
I love it. I know our fans of the Royally Rumbled universe, they're pretty big fans of Checkmate as well. But nevertheless, William Regal seemingly has a bone to pick with the man who tapped out his Big Red Monster last week.
Yeah, I mean, any signs of weakness in the group, don't bode well for the attitude. Look at the size of the two of these guys together. Like, you don't want to run across them.
Regal doesn't even get in the ring for his own match. He sends his mercenaries in for him.
Yeah, they wait. They're waiting for his opponent to hit the ring. Like, they do it. It's all about sending a message. That's what Regal is all about. But here he is. He's in the ring now. They just made sure it was clear for him. But we were discussing whether or not CM Punk would have any backup, and it looks like he does.
And his opponent,
yeah, the World Heavyweight Champion Triple H and Kofi Kingston.
Mr. Money in the Bank. That's right. These guys have kind of found one another because they've all run afoul of Checkmate in different ways.
Yeah, CM Punk came close to winning the Intercontinental Championship from Umaga just a few short weeks ago, including Survivor Series. Then there's Kofi Kingston, who lost a singles match to Umaga just 2 weeks ago on Raw. And of course, Checkmate seemingly being created to take down the Game. Triple H, the King of Kings, the World Heavyweight Champion. William Regal has been unsuccessful in that venture, which now leads him to CM Punk. I'm very excited. You mentioned that they've faced off before, including a match at SummerSlam with MVP.
They have, so there's definitely history here. But like I said earlier, this one just kind of feels different. Everybody's got people in their corner. It feels like a big fight. We're going to ring the bell and see what happens.
Happy holidays as William Regal takes Punk down.
Oh.
Now, in 2008, these two had a very interesting match for the Intercontinental Championship, and we're getting a treat right here as CM Punk just slaps the taste out of William Regal's mouth.
Yeah, Regal definitely going to want to try to keep Punk on the ground, work the extremities, work the fingers, work the joints.
Oh, Umaga running around on the outside.
Distracted Punk enough for Regal to land that punch, and it looks like everybody's just going to take a breather here.
Referee Not Charles Robinson begins the count, but wait a minute.
No.
Has to reset because Regal stepped outside the ring.
Punk smashes Regal's face off of that apron.
Now gets him back to his feet. Elbow.
Damn.
Misses a kick. Oh, but there's Regal, the bare knuckle fighter. It's where he grew up on the streets of Blackpool.
Regal is so good with his knees.
Able to counter out there.
Looks like Punk was trying to go for a slam. Regal gets him back in the ring. Yeah, this match is not going to end in a count out. These guys straight up don't like each other.
Regal has a point to prove from last week.
No. Punk flips it around. Oh, no.
Ref bump.
Oh.
Matt Turner knee strike.
No. Regal pushes off the bulldog attempt. Damn.
Pump kick.
Look at that. Not Charles Robinson is dazed. Oh, my God.
The educated feet
of CM Punk.
Jinx.
With his Muay Thai background.
Leg lariat, beautiful.
CM Punk is in control here.
Enziguri to the back of the head of William Regal, demanding that he gets up.
Regal is dazed and confused, and no, he was playing possum. He dumps Punk on the outside.
Oh, and there's Kane. Oh, look out for Umaga, too.
Oh, Triple H is coming over there to even the odds.
And Regal, of course, quickly scurrying back into the ring. He wants nothing to do with Triple H after that Hell in a Cell match.
Do you blame him?
Clothesline from Regal.
Here we go. That's what I said. He was going to work on the joints, and that right there on the elbow of CM Punk.
Cover, palm over the face.
One. Kick out by Punk.
I think it's so interesting. We mentioned that these two competed back against each other at SummerSlam for a unique opportunity, which is where William Regal's path to the World Heavyweight title started.
Ooh. Knee strike Bulldog again.
This time connects, rolls him over, cover.
Oh, wait a minute.
Kane and Umaga paying dividends.
Oh, we got an Anaconda Vice, and now not Charles Robinson is watching. Is William Regal going to tap? He's got it locked in pretty deep.
Will he tap out?
No, Regal survives.
This is Regal's first in-ring performance since the Hell in a Cell match.
It's true. He's beat down pretty bad in that match, but he looks to be doing quite all right with a Regal cutter.
CM Punk in trouble now. A lot of pride on the line in this match.
No. Punk dumps him on his back and goes for a pin.
Now Charles Robinson taking the long way around.
He decided to get the absolute worst possible angle on that pin attempt. And Punk is fired up.
He's mad about it. And whoa, a pop-up Hurricane Rana. Counter European uppercut.
Regal says no. They're trying here. Yeah, more devastation as Kane slides a chair in the ring. Not Charles Robinson didn't see it. Look at this, Kane distracting the ref now. Regal's too busy taking out Punk's elbow still.
Regal doesn't want to use the chair, it seems.
I don't think he even knows it's in the ring. Ooh, woo! Oh,
a Regal plex. And now...
Look at this.
No, trapping the arm.
Oh my God.
And just stomping away at the extremities of CM Punk.
That's gross. Now Charles Robinson has found the chair and dispatched of it, so it's no longer in play.
Regal is just standing around there, catching his breath.
Back to the action now. Regal gets dropped for the reversal. Punk is feeling it here.
And again, Regal throws him over the top rope and Punk falls hard to the floor on the outside.
The oldest trick in the book. Come on, man. Regal apparently just messing with him and tosses him back in the ring.
Drilling Punk into the hardest part of the ring.
There we go, another pin. 2. No, Punk gets out. Punk survives again. Another
Look out.
Regal cutter.
Another
That's
one. That's got to be it. Regal getting him up.
No!
Punk.
CM Punk is alive.
But Regal clotheslines Punk into the corner.
What a hope spot that was. Oh, no. Ooh.
Reverse suplex. And now, little delay there with the cover.
2. Punk refuses to quit. It's the resiliency and durability of CM Punk. And the cardio. Let's shout out his cardio.
I know. It's very impressive after a certain point within a wrestling match. Oh my God! William Regal traps the arms and just suplexes Punk right over his head.
Look at this. Regal is just destroying the arms of CM Punk. He can't lock in the Anaconda Vice without his arms.
Well, Regal once again not doing anything, not taking advantage, and it seems like he might be hurt still from the cell match.
Head injuries are no joke.
Wasn't much of a protocol for concussions in 2008, huh?
Here we go. Anaconda Vice locked in. Just gonna ignore that comment.
Will he tap?
Is he gonna tap out here? He's nowhere near the ropes. No.
Punk has to let go. Perhaps the wrists hurting too much. But wait, Regal pops him over.
Punk rolls out of the way. Drop toe hold. Nice.
Nice suplex there from Punk.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know much about what you do with the arms, but here, I'll slam yours into the ground.
Look at Kane face palming on the outside.
Yeah, he's like on a treadmill out there.
He's so energized. He wants to attack Punk, but he just can't.
Look at him.
Drops an elbow. And now Regal.
No, Punk again rolls him over.
Punk throws him to the outside, and Regal hits hard.
Unceremoniously dumps Regal over the top rope. Punk throws him back into the ring.
Narrowly avoids Kane there. Wait a minute.
Look at this.
Uranagi.
Here it is. This is the third Anaconda Vice. This has got to be it. Regal's close to the ropes. Can he tap it with his foot? I don't think he can reach. That's it. Regal taps out. William Regal taps out to the Anaconda Vice in the main event.
CM Punk hangs in there against the odds and defeats the leader of Checkmate. William Regal is just not doing well, man.
It's been a rough go for Regal, but what a win for Punk in the main event here. Huge momentum for Punk.
You even saw William Regal walking away there like he knew that he messed up.
He did, and CM Punk took advantage and was able to just that third Anaconda Vice was the difference. Third time's a charm. I think that was the name of the last episode.
That was.
But enough about Raw. There's a whole other show to discuss, so let's fast forward to Friday nights and take a look at SmackDown.
Kicking off SmackDown this week, the Rated R superstar Edge is in one-on-one action against longtime rival Matt Hardy. Let's see what happens when we put these two bitter enemies against each other for the first time in our 2008 universe. Matt charges at Edge, connecting with a spinning heel kick. Matt dodges an attack from Edge and takes him down with a clothesline. Edge is able to counter and wear Matt down a bit with some strikes. He then bashes his face off the turnbuckle 10 times, calling back to their SummerSlam match from 2005. Edge's brutality is showing through here, but Matt counters by kicking Edge off of him. Matt lands a snap suplex and floats over to cover, but Edge kicks out immediately. Matt then proceeds to inflict some more damage himself, hitting Edge in the face repeatedly with right hands. Edge trips Matt up and drops a forearm on his face. He goes for another cover, but is pushed off at one. Edge returns the favor by punching Matt repeatedly before Hardy turns the tide again and traps Edge in a bicep lock. Edge powers out, but Matt is right back on the attack, dropping Edge face first into the mat and then following it up with a suplex. Pin attempt, but Edge escapes at one. Matt connects with a side effect and stretches Edge's back out before Edge escapes the hold, only for Hardy to lay him out with another spinning heel kick. Matt calls to Edge to get up and eat a twist of fate, but Edge catches the boot and hits a spinning heel kick of his own. Edge connects with an Impaler DDT and lines Hardy up for a spear. He connects! Cover! 1, 2! Hardy will not die! Edge thinks quick on his feet and hits his comeback sequence. Another cover. 1, 2. Hardy kicks out again. Edge then picks him up and hits another Impaler DDT. He backs himself into the corner and calls for Hardy to get to his feet before delivering another spear. He hooks the inside leg and it's over. Edge picks up a huge singles victory against Matt Hardy here, carrying even more momentum into his first ever Hell in a Cell match in just 2 weeks at Armageddon. Fresh off her loss last week to Victoria, Molina is in action this week against Maria. As the match is about to begin, the number one contender walks out to observe the match from ringside, despite the champion's objection. The bell sounds and Molina takes Maria down with a snapmare and follows it up with a dropkick. Maria then turns the tide, picking the champion's leg and kicking her in the back, but that just pisses Molina off. She gets back up and clotheslines Maria to the outside of the ring. Molina runs to the top rope, and then she just gets down. She decides against it for some reason and follows Maria to the outside. She begins beating her down, but Maria is able to counter into a single-leg Boston Crab. Molina fights out and kicks Maria off of her. Maria is able to hit a Russian leg sweep and throws Molina into the ring post. Maria then drops an elbow on the inside of the knee and charges back into the ring before Not Charles Robinson counts to 10. Maria has just won via countout. It appears as though her loss last week to Victoria has rattled the Divas champion for the first time in a while. Our next match features action from our tag division as the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase brings his team of New Money Inc. back to SmackDown to lay down an open challenge, answered by Tommy Dreamer and Sabu. The bell sounds and Dreamer and Ted Jr. start the action off, with Dreamer dropping him with 2 sidewalk slams. Ted Jr. counters and tries wearing him down with a claw, only for Dreamer to no-sell it and hit a backbreaker. Dreamer counters a suplex from Ted Jr. and connects with a bulldog. He tags out to Sabu, who immediately tries stretching out the son of the $1 Million Man. DiBiase escapes and tags out to Cody, who is immediately suplexed by Sabu after he enters the ring. Cody reverses Sabu and drops him with a forearm, but it only lasts a moment as Sabu regains control immediately and starts to show some teamwork with Dreamer, hitting the greatest tag team move of all time, the drop toe hold and elbow drop. Dreamer continues the onslaught, countering a body slam attempt from Cody into a DDT. The Innovator of Violence winds up and knocks Cody down with a right hand. A clothesline in the corner finds its mark as he racks him up and drops Cody with a Dreamer driver. Dreamer connects with a DDT and shoots the half to cover Cody, only for Ted Jr. to come in and make the save, knocking out Not Charles Robinson. Ted DiBiase Jr. takes out Sabu as Cody rallies back against Dreamer. He taunts to the crowd and hits a comeback sequence. He wastes precious moments, though, standing there, as Dreamer is able to counter with a neck breaker. Dreamer lifts Cody up and is taken off his feet. Cody then climbs to the top rope and connects with a moonsault. He continues to attack Dreamer as the $1 Million Man slides a chair into the ring. Cody plants Dreamer with a DDT of his own, only for Sabu to come in and break up the pin. Ted Jr. tags in and is thrown into the opponent's corner, where they hit him with more tandem offense. Sabu climbs to the top rope, tells him to get up, and drops a huge leg across the back of the neck of Ted Jr. He locks him in a modified camel clutch, only for DiBiase to escape. He tags out to Cody, who misses an attack in the corner. Cody gets the better of Sabu and drapes him across the top rope. Cody then gets Sabu to his feet, sends him into his corner, but as Ted Jr. tries to attack Sabu, he is countered and knocks him off the apron. Cody's too busy taunting because next thing you know, Sabu takes him to the mat and locks Cody in a camel clutch. With nowhere to go, Cody Rhodes is forced to tap out to the homicidal, suicidal, death-defying Sabu. And we're in the holiday spirit still here on SmackDown, so I figured why not have a Santa street fight between R-Truth and Mr. Kennedy. Truth starts the match off hot by firing out with a clothesline. He works him until Kennedy takes control, dropping a leg on R-Truth. Truth goes for a clothesline but falls to an STO after Kennedy reverses. Truth is able to counter with a float over neckbreaker and Kennedy powders out of the ring. Truth gets him back in the ring and delivers a front suplex to Kennedy. Kennedy sweeps his leg and locks in a figure four. Woo! But Truth hangs in there. Kennedy goes to get Truth to his feet, but Truth is able to counter with an elbow and clotheslines Kennedy over the top rope. He falls to the floor as R-Truth goes to the top. He dives and connects with a dick punch from the top rope to the outside, right in the dick. Brutal. He then gorilla press slams Kennedy onto the apron before the fight returns to the ring. Truth is countered and caught with a running neck breaker. Kennedy drapes him across the top rope and covers for a 1 count. R-Truth counters and hits the lie detector. Cover. 1, 2. Kennedy gets the shoulder up. Truth goes to get him up, but Kennedy counters into a backdrop and then follows it up with a big clothesline. Kennedy begins picking apart Truth, beating him down with elbows and locking in a submission. But Truth rolls him out and connects with the pay dirt to pin Mr. Kennedy and earn a huge Christmas bonus. Seems like Kennedy's getting a year-long subscription to the Jelly of the Month Club.
You never punch somebody in the dick. You don't dick punch.
I mean, Mr. Kennedy's had an attitude on him lately, and I think R-Truth was finally able to temper that. We'll see where it goes, but huge win for R-Truth. Nevertheless, the show must go on, and the main event is next, and boy, I am very excited.
We've got Shawn Michaels, we've got John Cena. I can't wait. Let's get to the ring.
And out comes Mr. Peacemaker. Did you watch that yet? Dude, it's so good.
I have not watched Peacemaker yet. I am here watching John Cena live and in person in 2008.
He's here. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday season. Christmas seems to have fallen earlier in the week, but we're still celebrating tonight. You see the tree, you see the presents. And my present to the Royally Rumbled universe is John Cena versus Shawn Michaels.
That is a sweet present. Let's see if it could live up to Raw's present for the Royally Rumbled universe, which was Jeff Hardy versus Rey Mysterio.
At least we're actually getting to see this match.
You saw all of the important parts of that match, I promise you.
Well, John Cena is getting ready to face the former WWE Champion, the former United States Champion. Shawn Michaels is having a hell of a year in 2008 here.
Hell of a year.
But
and he's feeling it. Look at him. He's dancing.
He's so excited.
Season.
From San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds.
That's right, Michaels, you said, is the former WWE Champion.
That's right. Lost the title back to Booker T at Survivor Series in that triple threat match with Edge. Tonight, he goes one-on-one with the man he teamed up with last week. They were unsuccessful in beating The Big Show and Edge, who are just two of the other four men inside the Armageddon Hell in a Cell.
Gonna be a crazy, crazy main event for Armageddon. I cannot wait for that program. But first, let's see how these two fare one-on-one.
Now Charles Robinson rings the bell, and they lock up. Look at that. Chain wrestling.
Classic.
I feel like it's been a very long time since we watched a match start with chain wrestling.
Yeah, and then it went into a drop down, and then an atomic drop, no less. So, like, really old school.
Well, this crowd is chanting for Cena as he drops Michaels with a DDT.
Michaels says nope and responds with a huge clothesline.
We saw Edge win earlier in the night to gain some momentum. Which one of these two are going to carry more momentum into that Hell in a Cell match, as John Cena might be the one to do it?
Laying the high top sneakers in on Shawn Michaels there.
Well, it goes well with his high top fade.
Cena forcing a pin attempt.
Not even.
Michaels is like, what?
Cena wants to win this match. Think of the potential momentum that you would gain from not only defeating the former WWE Champion, but a guy with Shawn Michaels' talent and caliber, and clearly his title history within 2008 universe.
I mean, it looked like Michaels was having a hard time with it on the outside, and then he came right back in and just got slammed to the mat.
And Cena gets him up, drops him down, slams him to the mat.
Cena's definitely got the strength advantage here, but Michaels obviously has the ring awareness and ring IQ, but it doesn't mean anything when you have a knee getting driven through your eye socket.
Cover. One. No. Michaels pushes him off, but Cena is still feeling it.
Wow.
Look at him.
Dude, he just fucking loves Christmas.
And Michaels hits him in the back of the head and then, drops him across the knee with a gut buster. Seems to have not phased Cena, though.
No, Cena responds, but then HBK responds back again. Look at this. These guys, they will not be denied. And Michaels just popped right back up after that, too.
Sends him off the ropes. Drop down. Hip toss. Cena.
Uh-oh, are we going to see it? You can't see me. 5-knuckle shuffle.
Connects. Drops those 5 knuckles across the skull of the Heartbreak Kid. Takes the time to taunt and then covers.
Wow. I'm surprised that he went for a pin there, honestly. I didn't think that Cena would do that.
Cena's taking every advantage that he can. He needs the momentum.
Right now he's handling Shawn Michaels, so it's a good sign. Uh-oh, we've seen this before. It looks like he's going to tell HBK, F you.
Oh, connects. A little delay. Cover. 1, 2. No. Michaels
Shawn
kicks
Michaels
out.
Kicks out again. Cena had the heel on that pin.
Punch to the mush. And Cena, belly-to-belly suplex.
This is where you really see Cena wear somebody down just because of his raw strength.
Cena was the standout in the tag match last week, and it seems that momentum is carrying into this week. Was Shawn Michaels the weak link of that team?
Right now it appears so. What's Cena gonna do here? Oh my God.
Wait a minute. Oh my God. A powerbomb to the outside of the ring.
That man has a family. Good Lord, John
The
Cena.
history of back issues with the Heartbreak Kid.
Psycho Cena at it again.
Oh my goodness gracious. Serial killer Cena. Oh, Michaels able to finally counter, and you see the exhaustion. Russian leg sweep on the outside of the ring.
6.
They better get back in the ring.
No.
Oh my God.
No. Oh my God.
A pile driver.
John Cena might be dead.
Good Lord.
No, Cena's alive.
Serial killer Cena.
He's like Michael Myers.
He is. He has magical powers. He's not Super Cena in this universe.
No.
But Michaels stun guns him. Climbs to the top rope.
I'm gonna see it. Elbow drop time.
Oh, elbow drop.
Pin him. Pin him. Pin him, Michaels. Pin him, Michaels. Pin him. Pin him. Oh, all right. I guess, or don't. I
Michaels needed to take a second clearly, and now delivers a backbreaker to Cena. Going over to tune up the band. Will he connect?
Some sweet chin music.
Cover, that's gotta be it. Shoulders down. One, two. No! John Cena has powered out of the sweet chin music.
Shawn Michaels cannot believe it. He's losing his mind. He's unglued.
Forearm. Atomic drop. And a body slam. Shawn Michaels has hit his comeback.
Nice back suplex there. Michaels gonna go to the top rope again. Maybe go for another elbow drop. Let's see.
Oh, hits it awkwardly. We've seen him win matches with it before. Goes right into the cover. One, two.
Cena kicks out again.
But Michaels tells him to get up. Sweet chin music. Look at that cover.
1, 2, 3. Holy shit.
Statement made from the former WWE Champion with a win over Cena.
Hold on a second. Cena's approaching Michaels.
And Michaels extends the hand.
Look at that. Look at the show of sportsmanship from these two competitors.
Not something you'd normally expect from a guy who made you bleed your own blood.
Yeah, but I mean, after that type of a match with that level of competition, I mean, there's really nothing left to say. I will concede that your match was better than my gift to the WWE Universe, but mine was enjoyable nonetheless.
It was all relative because we're all here enjoying Royally Rumbled as a group. And you can continue to do that by making sure that you're subscribed on YouTube, make sure that notification bell is on, and that you're following us on all of our social platforms like Instagram and Twitter, and sometimes Facebook, I guess.
If you'd like to follow us individually because you just can't take it and you love us so much, my name is Robert, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Yesball.
And if you'd like to, you can follow me, Jordan, on Instagram and Twitter at JL24FPS. So, we're just 2 weeks away from Armageddon now. The card is pretty much set, but there's still one more episode to get to before the pay-per-view. So we're going to put a pin in it here, and we'll come back. We're your boys at Royally Rumbled. My name is Jordan.
I'm Robert.
And we'll see you on the very next episode in 2008.